go get the work session up and going. Thanks everybody for being here. I appreciate y'all coming. We'll dive in and kind of get going through department head updates. I know we've got a light agenda for both meetings today, but we do need to get a couple things accomplished, so we're going to make sure to go through and give everybody a chance to talk about what else going on. Before we go into department head updates, I'll point out, I know when we get to the prayer time during the regular meeting, we'll go through this again, but if you notice, Mr. Landrum's not here. Unfortunately, last night, his father passed away, so they're finalizing arrangements for Saturday at this time. So Mr. Landrum Jr. had passed away, so I'd like to ask that everyone please keep him in your thoughts and prayers as you go through. So I know he had wanted to be here, and he actually told me today he'd probably almost welcome a distraction to get away for a few minutes, but he knew he had a lot of family things to attend to. So if you'll just keep him in your thoughts, that'd be wonderful. We're going to dive into department head updates, and we'll just kind of open up to let people go first, and then if you don't, I may single you out. So any specific department head updates, Mr. Dean, that y'all want to go through?
Mr. Dean is not here today. I got Sir Mike in front of me. Well, it's just really it's too wet to do anything. I mean, the ground's rotten. I mean, we're finally getting caught up on meters and getting the taps done. Hopefully, we'll have our meters in the next week or so. For people that don't know, I ordered meters back 1st of November, and I'm getting the first batch hopefully in the next week or so. Then the next batch will be in March, and then there will be no more for the rest of the year. That's through the vendor. It's the company, the manufacturer's doing that. So I ordered 200. That should get us through the year. We said 168 meters last year. So that gives us hopefully 32 to play with if we repeat last year. And the way this year started off, we may pass that. We are getting ready to start Mullinax. Well, I say getting ready to start it. I think in the next couple of weeks, we're going to try to put that out for bid for the contract work. We got our approved plans a week ago. So we get that started. Hopefully that won't take long. We'll have the second feed for the west end. And then we got another project that come about. We had 6 leaks on one road in a matter of a week. And so we're going to replace 4,000 foot of 4-inch pipe with 6-inch pipe, and we're putting hydrants on this road. So we'll have fire protection on Childers Lane probably within the next, I'm gonna say, couple months. I'm gonna order materials tomorrow. So I think that's it for the time being. Phew, that's a lot. Anything else I need to talk about?
I know they're working on putting the tap and getting things set on the west end today, so if anybody had any outages on the west end, they should be back on the over in good shape.
Yeah, they're finishing flushing up right now, so it was an eventful day. Anything else? Kurt? Oh, I'm sorry.
Been talking back with the engineers. We're going to try to add a few roads on our paving list for next year. I mentioned Cove Road and Jerusalem Church Road last time. We're also going to try to do Worley Crossroads, a small section of Ray Mountain Road. There's a section of Ray Mountain on the north end where the pavement just did not take well the last time. We're going to try to do just that northern section. And Corinth Church Road, which is just right off of Cove Road. And we're going to reserve the right, when we do the bids, to where if they do come in higher than we're expecting, we may have to cut 1 or 2 back. As bad as I hate to, but just being responsible with money. I mean, we've got a certain amount that we can spend, so if bids come in way high, like I said, we kind of reserve the right to put one off till next year or 2 or whatever we have to do. Crews have been cleaning the pipes from the flood a couple weeks ago and cleaning up trees from the storm last Saturday night. We had quite a few trees down on Saturday night, and we had snow on Monument on Sunday, so it's been a rather eventful week this week. And got possible storms coming in tonight, so never a dull moment.
Be weather aware.
So I know you and I had talked about Revis, did we get that to the engineers to see if they could get that measurement included on Revis Mountain?
I did.
as well?
Yeah,
So
so
we may
hopefully
potentially
we'll,
get that included in.
they're supposed to be finishing up our bid package next week, so we can get that advertised and be getting our bid set up on that sooner than later.
Okay. I know we're going back and forth, we're still a good ways out, but I'll go ahead and mention that, I know one project that we've talked about in Tate was the sidewalk intake and working on trying to get the pricing and stuff lined up, so we are trying to move forward with that. Hopefully that'll be a more rapid project that may not even have to hit the bid amounts for going out to bid, so that's what we're trying to finalize the details on, and we'll see if it does require it, we'll get that in a separate bid to go out. But give us a chance to repair the sidewalk that connects the train depot down to the school, to the bridge right at the school. So there's sections of that needed repair for probably a decade, if not longer. And so we'll hopefully get that to where it's a true walking path for everyone. It would be interesting to walk parts of it today. So Kirk's been working on gathering that information. Okay.
Is Pleasant Union Road still on your list? The middle of it, I think it's paved on both ends, it's the middle that's still not paved.
I haven't included it on this one yet.
So that's the gravel section of between Henderson and we talked about that we're trying to see when we get the chip seal up and running as to will we have enough time to get over there on that one. We've had a couple conversations on the chip seal phase and then come back.
We might be able to do the chip seal, I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
We got a pretty extensive schedule for chip sealing next year too.
I was just checking, I got a message about it before I walked in here.
I have no doubt.
Thank you.
I know we all get messages on roads, so that's 400 miles of roads, about 100 of them are not paved, and so the calls you come in, you're trying to maintain the ones that are paved, but you're also trying to improve how many of them receive treatment too. It's just a slow process, and you keep grinding away one step at a time. I think with the crew they've got, they've done a phenomenal job keeping them up, and not counting the maintenance of the right-of-way and the shoulders and the trees and the brining and the icing, and they take a lot of moments to take their breath.
Yep.
So, if you didn't get a chance to see, we had a cruise featured on Channel 2 last Friday. They had a crew that was up there brining the road. They were determined that they wanted to find somebody pre-treating something, and they came, and we were the furthest south that was pre-treating at least one section, so they came up to cover it. Thankfully, that's the one road we got snow on in the entire county. Was the one road they came and witnessed us brining, and so it worked out well. It was an entertaining interview too. I'll pick on myself on that one. But who's ready to go next?
We sent out our bid package this week for the glass crusher. And then I'd like to thank Mr. Poole for your article about recycling. You've actually made my guys famous now. People are coming through and they're showing appreciation to my guys, because they know their names and they're talking with them more. And so I appreciate that there. And then if anybody's interested, Keep Pickens Beautiful has dogwood sapling trees are given out this week. They've got about, I think she said 100 and something. So if anybody wants any, swing by and get you one or two, put in your yard or plant somewhere.
Are they doing it from their office on Main Street? The small,
A little small.
across from 61.
Right.
I saw the staff there when I drove through today.
Yeah, they've been cleaning everything out and making it look a little better.
Good. Questions? All right. Who else has got anything they want to update on? Mark, I'll pick on you for a second. I know we had a big tabletop exercise that was organized and put together. If you give the board a little.
Big Canoe is working, has completed their Pettit Dam update for Georgia Safe Dams, and that plan, we went through a tabletop exercise on Monday with that, working with Big Canoe's leadership and determining the process for notifying the county and the residents when a emergency should happen up there. or in different phases. So we have 3 different phases. And it went very productive. We had good turnout for that. And I want to thank Ricky Jordan, Chief Public Safety up there, and the engineers from that helped with their contract to do that plan. Did very well.
Good. Other things I noticed going on, but seen on pick on good. Mr. Prather, I know that we've had more structure fires, I think, than I've seen in a long time that have been paged out. In recent times, we've received a number of compliments on the crews and the work that they're doing. I think that y'all's work on social media with recognizing the rookies has been very well received. You know, kind of watching the comments that go through there, but I just want to thank y'all for how hard you're working on that. I feel any more. What?
The GIS program and the laptop came in yesterday morning early, and we spent about 8 hours going over the system and the program. It has changed quite a bit from what I have been used to, but it's going to be pretty simple to catch up on it, and been working on it today, and I only had to call the backup one time, so it's not too complicated. But we've already got fire hydrants, and I've started putting in the color-coded water lines as far as the size. Pretty well got the Marble Hill area done today, and it's moving forward, and we've already put layers on there for, like Kurt was talking about, culverts and gravel roads and paved roads. We've got already added several layers, so it's coming along real good.
Good. It's going to be exciting. I sat down before the system came in the other day with Lonnie, and he had been just using Google Maps Pro and identifying some of the different layers, and the amount of work he's already put into that was rather phenomenal to sit and look at how many layers had already been put in. So very impressive, trying to identify the breakdown of our roads on top of the water lines. I mean, he was identifying what sections are county versus what sections are city, because there's a couple that are a little bit odd as to where the breaks are and when it's from one to the next. So it was very eye-opening to take a look at. So I commend you for sure. So I wanted to also recognize, I see we had someone that came in a minute ago, probably doesn't want to be recognized at the moment, but we do have Ms. Kelsey Essig that has started working with the county. If you saw recently, we advertised a position for a grants and economic development specialist that will be working with the county to help facilitate both. And Kelsey was selected, just came in and hit the ground running right off the bat. In 2 days, I think she did more work on trying to gather stats and data and information that we haven't been able to really organize and piece together in a couple of years. So she really, I think, is going to do a phenomenal job for us. So, pretty fun to work with too. Trying to think any other updates anyone has that you want to dive in with without seeing without picking. The first time I've seen West Friday night jump up.
I jumped the gun last week and gave you my report.
You gave it last
a week
night.
early.
I know. You
Actually asked me,
have
where, don't we need to get this report? I said, we gave it last week.
I was like, you gotta sign this. He was like, I signed it. Already.
One thing Ian pointed out, we've been meeting quite a bit to kind of look at some of our fee structures and things that haven't been updated in years. So I think they're going to have some information to pitch to the board in the coming weeks. I know with water, not on the water rate fees, but on some of the new customer fees, that's one of the things that we've not updated in a very long time. And inflation on materials costs and inflation on wholesale water costs and everything are affecting on that end too. So we're gonna start looking at those numbers and comparing them while we're trying to keep customers' rates as close to the same as we possibly can, and look at where we can do that work on the other side. They've been working aggressively on trying to, and I say aggressively in a nice way, but they've been, very focused on trying to find a way to piece that all together. So we'll hopefully be reviewing that in the coming months and getting that information updated, along with several of the policies and procedures that are in each of the departments that are being worked on as well. All right, last chance to speak up if you've got anything work session related you want to speak about. Y'all have anything further y'all want to dive in? Wow, okay.
White crowd?
Well, with that, we will adjourn the work session. We will be picking up our meeting at 5:30 to start a regular board meeting. And I want to thank you again for being here. Appreciate it.